everybody, my name is RedBlockss and welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft 1.17 survival world. So I have a lot of things to explain. So first things first, last time we were here, we got ourselves all of this lovely stuff that you can see me wearing. We got, of course, have ourselves the full iron armor, my shield, my water bucket, and all the other iron tools. Now, the reason why I'm down in a cave is because you guys have seen this from the title and the thumbnail. Today, we're going to be building our house. And my house, which I'll show you guys in a little bit, I have made a draft of that in my creative testing world. That basically is deep slate heavy as anything in the world. So we need to get ourselves a bunch of deep slate. So I basically packed my things up to come down to get ourselves a bunch of deep slate. Now the thing is, my recording software was an absolute jerk and didn't let me record a bunch of cool things that we did while doing that. Also, that's cool. So I actually raided a abandoned mineshaft near our base, which I saw. So I'll show you guys that once we are back at our base. And once I came back into this cave, I also found our first diamonds in the world. So let me just open my inventory to show you guys the cool stuff we got. So I gathered all the gold that I could from the caves and things. So we have that. We of course have ourselves the first 4 diamond vein, which I actually recorded on camera, but unfortunately it didn't get recorded. We also have ourselves the first glowberries of the world. I did record and I heard myself getting this, which was in the abandoned mineshaft, which I'll show you guys after we get back. Some dripstone places that I found in this cave, and a bunch of other mob drops that I got. But finally, I made myself over here and got ourselves a big deep slate bed where we have a bunch of deep. Also, is this tough or is this smooth basalt? This is tough. Okay, I expected so, but if that was smooth basalt, that would have been great. But yeah, as you guys can see, we have ourselves a bunch of deep slate over here, also including a bunch of ores. So what I think I'm gonna do now is basically just I'm gonna probably gather all of this deep slate, which believe me, that does sound ridiculous even when I say it out loud, but I think we genuinely might need that all. So before anything though, oh god, my in-game sounds are messed up. Where the heck did you come up from, mister? But anyways, that guy's gone. So yeah, let's start the episode by gathering a bunch of deep slate and all of the things. And after the time lapse, we'll go back up to the surface, and then I'll show you guys my creative world draft that I did of a house, and we'll get working on that house, because as I said in episode 1, we wouldn't make a house in episode 1. The reason why I'm making one in episode 2 is because, you see, we're gonna accumulate a lot of things over the next few episodes, and I really do want to keep the environment around my, starter base cool. Also, by the way, this is the place where we got our 4 diamonds. These 4 blocks, they had diamond ore blocks, so we got it from here. So anyways, I guess I'll gather some deep slate. Oh my god, I was almost gonna die. Thankfully, my reactions were good enough to catch that. But yeah, anyways, let's, I guess, roll a time lapse while getting all of these ore and some deep slate. I guess I'll catch you guys after the time lapse. Roll the footage. Guys, okay, sorry, don't mind the creeper explosion, but this is the first legitimate time I found a fossil. Oh my goodness, look at this. Okay, this is going to be super helpful. Okay, I'm going to remove this. This is the legitimate first time I found a fossil in the game. This is amazing. Okay, so that means that I have to go up. Okay, and the reason why I'm doing this is because, as you can see, I do not have a pickaxe. How dumb am I? Okay, I guess that question was answered previously. But oh man, okay. So I'm figuring out how I can get out of here. And honestly, I don't want to die. I want to stay alive as much as I can. So okay, I'm gonna write the corners of this down, and I guess I'll come back to this once I have a pickaxe and I've drop some stuff off because I just noticed that I have a lot of stuff in my inventory, which would not work good. At least I have still food. Anyways, since I ruined the time lapse, and I don't think this would work any better as a time lapse anymore because I have to do a lot of grinding. So I'll just skip over the time lapse, and maybe I'll just add a few seconds of time lapse just before we transition over. But I guess I'll catch you guys after we've done all the deep slate mining bit. See you guys then. Alright guys, so I just have came up from mining up all that deep slate, and I just came back to the base. I dumped everything in, so as you can see, this is my valuables chest. So I got some things that we had previously in the chest that you can see on this side on the screen right there, and I basically just put all of them into this chest. So as you can see, we have all of the valuables, and I decided to pick up all the redstone that I saw while mining the deep slate. So we also have a lot of redstone, so that's great. And we also found, I figured that the place that we were was a slime tank because I saw it slime and I killed it. So we have ourselves some slime blocks, so that's great. But the main important thing that we got was deep slates. We have around about that's what 10.5 stacks. So I'm hoping that this bit's enough. I have a great feeling that it's not going to be, but yeah, that's around about it for all the resource gathering. Now we still need to get a bit of wood from over there, but as promised, I'll show you guys the structures that I saw while before going to those mines. So I saw these structures because as you guys saw from the thumbnail from the last, excuse me, did I mine this out? I don't remember mining this out. That's kind of creepy actually now that I think about it. But anyways, from the last episode's thumbnail I was taking, and my render distance up to about the max that I can. Actually, yeah, my PC is not the best. Okay, I said this in the last episode, but yeah, that's the case. So I saw this abandoned mine shaft in the distance. So I raided the better part of this mine shaft. We still have a bit of raiding to do, but I highly doubt we're gonna be going to it because we have a lot of other stuff to do. And on this side, we have ourselves a ruin portal. Now, thing is, the ruin portal is actually a lot more further away, and my concern is that if I turn my render distance up on camera, it's probably going to basically kill my frames like massively. So I'll get up close to it. I'm pretty sure it is in this direction up on that hill, maybe. Yep. Okay. You can probably just about see it. That is the ruin portal right there. So I mean, we are basically just 2.5 minutes into the clip, so we might as well just travel to this thing live on camera. I'm really sorry, since there's probably like billion amounts of lag spikes, but hopefully it's worth it because we got over here. So let's see what we have in this ruin portal. I haven't actually checked this out, and as you guys can see, we also have ourselves a bit of a the mine shift over there on that bit over there. So I guess that's cool. But let's see what type of things we have. So this portal is definitely a doable one. So since we definitely don't want our nether portal to be down underground, I think if I just make my diamond pickaxe, I think we could just grab some obsidian and take this over there. But yeah, I guess we'll see. We have some obsidian over here. Okay. This is actually pretty interesting because 4 obsidian is the exact amount we need for a enchanting table. Yes, I forgot things. Yeah, so we don't need obsidian for the enchanting table there. So we could use 2 diamonds there, and we could just use the water bucket trick to make another portal over here. I mean, it might be a bit further out, but I think that's gonna be perfect. Okay, we can also make ourselves the enchantment table today. Okay, that's the amount of progress I did not expect to make today, but yeah, that's not going to be too big of a deal. We're not going to be enchanting today all that much, but yeah, that's going to be it. But you see, now I want to show you guys the draft that I talked about our house. So I basically went on a creative mode testing world, to see what type of house that I could come up with. And I guess I'll see you guys in the creative mode world, because I want to show you guys the house before we actually do a house on the world. So yeah, let's hop over into that world. Man, this world is so lucky. Anyways, so as you guys can see, we are in my creative texturing world where I have built my house. So, turning around in 3, and 2, and 1, boom. So this is the house that I designed in this creative testing world while having a certain theme. So yeah, this is one that I designed. So let me just show you guys around the build. So as you guys can this is the front of the build, and if you go just around here, as you can see, this is the side, I guess, and we basically duplicated this on this side over here as well, and we have ourselves the back, which isn't the most detailed, but everything here is detailed, so I can't say too much. Now the theme that I went for with this house, and the theme that I hopefully think we'll do for all the builds surrounding this build, because I want to make a kind of a town or a city, if you will, but I don't really want it to be like a necessarily it to have all the basic town has, right? So the theme that I wanted to go for is, imagine this being like a medieval era where this house was built, but as you guys saw from the world, right? Our surroundings include like a mesa biome and a desert. So my thinking was that this medieval house got covered in rust and all the dust around from the deserts, so it turned black, which doesn't really make all that much sense. But when you really think about it, over like 1,000 years or so, it does turn black, and that's the feel that I went for with this house. So as you guys can see, sorry, I'm referring to this as a house, but I went for like a tower-like feel. Hopefully you guys can get that. So yeah, if you come through the door, as you can see, this is the bottom floor, which I think I'm gonna use as the temporary storage system. But now that I think about it, this is gonna have a lot of storage, so that's going to be great. We're gonna have chests on these sides, maybe some workstation blocks here. But yeah, this is going to be our workplace area. So if you climb up the ladder over here, this is going to be floor 2, which I basically just plan on being our bedroom. And once we have it, I think a enchanted area might just fit in here, which is gonna be a perfect place for it, because it is nothing better than just waking up and enchanting your bits, right? So yeah, this is the build. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about the build. I personally, like, every time I just sit down to build a house, I just come up with the best house I've ever built, because last time I built a house was in the how to build video. So I'll actually link that on the card right now, so you guys can check that out after this video. But yeah, in that video I also made the best house, and in this video I topped it by building this one. So yeah, I'm really glad about it. And now the process that I wanted to make clear over here is that since I am showing you guys the build over here, I won't be so I basically just want to do a time lapse while making the whole thing, and after I'm done with the house, I'll just show you guys around the house and all that bits. So yeah, after this bit, we're gonna jump into another time lapse of building the house up. And now the problem with bed regression, or basically just time lapse as a whole, is that yeah, if I wanted to add a second account, which is way too problematic for me, so I'm not gonna do it. And second of all, if you wanted to do a proper time lapse, we would have needed 2 people, which I absolutely cannot get for recording. And second things is that I would have needed to turn on creative mode, because you're not gonna get any good shots by just standing still, right? You want to get good shots like these while flying around. So yeah, we're gonna do a first one time lapse, but hopefully that is alright with you guys. But anyways, with all that out of the way, let's get into building this house. Let's get it. Hi there, it's me, Red, from the future. So before you watch the build itself, I completely forgot to do the cheat check of the day, and me today doing some sus bits. I think it should be pretty suspicious of if I have been cheating or not. So I haven't been, but let me also show you guys that I officially have not been. So open up settings and let settings load up. There we go. Go down. Actually, don't even need to go down. Click on survival. Click on creative. And as you can see, we haven't turned on cheat. So remember, this is after the episode is done, but you're gonna be seeing this just after the time lapse. Anyways, on with the video. Well, guys, it's almost taken me about 2 hours, but after 2 hours of hard work, as you can see in front of us, we have ourselves the completed house. So as you guys just saw the time lapse, I tried to make it a bit more shorter, and the reason why that I did that is because, well, you see, building this house up, there were a lot of times I needed to just go back and forth between my creative world and this world to see if I did anything wrong or not. And basically, I was just having fun, chipping away at this house. So I just decided that I'm just gonna go and finish it off camera. So if you come inside, I already have made a bit of work, but first of all, we need to go upstairs to sleep. I know my bedroom's looking worse for wear at the moment being, but the thing is, I think we're gonna populate this in a bit, but I think I'm not gonna worry too much about the interior because we can do that at a later time. And by the way, that's just how I sleep. I just come to the bed as soon as the sky is going red, so that we can sleep at the exact moment that it hits, so that we don't get any mob spawns. It's just because I don't really want to have mobs in my front yard and stuff. So that's the reason why. So if you come over here, I did off that I didn't show off in the time lapse. I basically, you see, I said this in the last episode. We actually have a bit of a shortage on wood in this world, well, at least in this area, and there is a bit of a wooded plateau over there. So what I did was grabbed a bit of trees, and I got some saplings. So I came over here and I grew some trees of my own, and I let these few grow. And the reason why I did that is because let me just eat up first. Did that is because this way we can just have infinite wood at our base whenever we need it. So I think that is pretty good. So yeah, that's going to be the house bit, at least, of this episode. And before we wrap things up, as you can see in my inventory, I am down to 3 mutton. And if I come in over to my storage system, I still have it labeled it. I have sorted everything out. So let me just show you guys my storage system. So over here we have all the deep slate bits. As you can see, I massively overestimated how much we're gonna need. In creative mode, I guess you really can't get a feel as to how much things that you will need, but I guess that's that. Over here we have farming bits and mob drops. I think those two will work well in a singular test. Here we have ourselves all the miscellaneous stuff. I kept my golden boots from last episode and the bow in this test as well, because I feel like they can fit in here, and those are pretty miscellaneous. Over here we have ourselves a valuable test. This is a really, I guess, valuable test, if you will. So we have ourselves all of our things turned into blocks. We have all the raw things and all the other resources turned into blocks. I really should speak more properly. Anyways, over here we have ourselves bits, but since we only have, we basically barely filled that up. Anyways, talking problems aside, as you can see, I'm really low on food, and I think before we wrap today's video up, which I don't have any clue as to how long this is, of course, when I edit it, I will of course know how long it is, but for the moment being, it's kind of weird and a mess for me, but I guess it's a beautiful mess. Anyways, what I'm gonna do now is grab seeds from my storage system. So if I come over here, I'm gonna grab a bit of this, a bit of this. I also since we got a lot of bones from the desert temple, I have been using them quite a lot. Man, I'm having problems talking, but yeah. So if you come, actually I don't have a lot of things. So give me a second. I'll grab a bit of things and I'll show you guys what I want to do. Okay, so now that I can properly speak and I have the things that I wanted to make the thing out of, what I want to do is basically just set up a cow farm that I can breed in between episodes and get myself a steady supply of meat. So what I'm gonna do is plant them down, make this into this, and hopefully that's enough for a full wheat. Alright, there we go. And we only need one. sheep, I'm just gonna kill you. And good thing is that we have 2 cows over there. I think we got really lucky with that. So I'll bring all these fellows. Okay, come on, guy. Okay. Everybody follow. All right, that's nice and lovely. So I have myself a fence also, so I can just lure these guys in. So come in from here. No. Okay, there we go. Come in. And boom. And, okay, so we all have all of them inside. And we just put a carpet on there. And yeah, that is basically what I want to do. Now, I just want to kill this sheep. And yeah, there we go. So yeah, with all that being said, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you like it, make sure to hit the like button, and if you guys want to stick around for more of this series and more videos by me in general, make sure to subscribe button and turn on notifications. But with all that being said, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.